Hey everybody, Chris with Chris Collects here. I've got another mail haul. Got a couple boxes here to go through. I've got this one from BigBadToyStore, not a sponsor. And this other one from Target. So let's go through the little one first because it arrived first. So I'm just going to... Careful with your blades, kids. Don't cut yourself. This one's going to be a couple things I picked up from May the 4th. The May the 4th be with you battle droid with the silly t-shirt and the Jedi youngling in the background not getting shot at. Actually taking all the hits on his lightsaber, which is pretty cool. That was a silly fun thing. And to get up to their shipping, free shipping, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on Shadow as Batman from the DC Sonic the Hedgehog series. So I like Keanu Reeves, and he voices Shadow in the third movie, so that's kind of fun. Throw that out of the way. And then here for the big box from BigBadToyStore. Actually arrived not too long ago. Suspense is killing me. No, it's not. I know what's in here. I know what's in here. I'm not an idiot. Okay. So, I've got a few figures here that I've been waiting on. Listen to that bubble wrap. Okay. Try to get that down out of the way. The first one here is, let's take a look at this one first. Batman from Hush 2. It's basically the Hush Batman from... the Jim Lee storyline. It's from the new one that's apparently going on and probably still going on because it started last fall, and we all know Jim Lee is very quick at drawing. That was sarcasm. Hashtag sarcasm. This is a cool looking Batman. I like this Batman. He's got the pouches and the black symbol, but he's still the blue and the gray in that Jim Lee style, which is kind of cool. And he comes with fists and batarangs and a soft cape, which is I really like. So he will go in the Batman shrine, armory kind of thing. The next one, this one goes in the movie display, the 89 Batman movie display, even though this is technically from the 1989 comic book adaptation of the movie, which is the only way they could get the likeness rights to this particular live-action style Joker. Jack Nicholson is apparently notorious for not giving his likeness rights. I think Hot Toys, I don't know how they did it. They must have made a deal with the devil. Yeah. So that's going to go in that display. That'll be nicely because it'll go with the Joker, or with the Batman, which is really cool. He's got the long gun, his cane, his POW gun, his loud hailer, megaphone. Why am I blanking on that? Separate hair to swap out with that. I think, depending on how the hair looks, I might leave the hat on because I like this scene, this with the long gun from the long pistol from the end of that movie, before he goes up into the church, and eventually what would have been cool was tiny little chattering teeth. That would have been a cool accessory, Todd. Apparently that didn't appear in the comic book though, so whatever. It's really close to the movie colors, so I like it. That'll work. It's probably the closest we're ever going to get outside of a third-party unofficial. Next up is from Big Bad Workshop. This is the new Agents of Omega series that they're doing, which is basically like a kind of a homage to the old G.I. Joe Adventure Team, even down to the Circle A logo, which is pretty cool. So in here we've got the first of the Agents of Omega, who kind of looks like the land adventurer from the old G.I. Joe. 12-inch line, and then a snake, and he's got some other bits and bobs in there too. So that's pretty cool. He's got a comic on the top there, which is neat. So that's a fun figure. They haven't said what the next one's going to be yet. And then finally, because I can't resist a figure in a suit, the Big Bad Workshop Fresh Monkey Fiction, the Fresh Monkeys, which is a new subline they're doing, with using their suited body with a tuxedo, this with the black pants and white shirt. Can't resist a suited figure. But this one's unique in that it's got kind of a spy looking chimpanzee, not a monkey. Chimps are apes, apes are not monkeys. Monkeys have tails, apes do not. Fun fact. Now you know. But this is the first one, kind of it reminds me of the Marvel Apes comic book series that came out probably 10-12 years ago, where all of the comic book Marvel heroes were reimagined as apes and monkeys, and this looks a little bit like Nick Fury from that line, so I kind of dig that. Got a couple because I like that black suit with the black pants with the white jacket. So that's it for, sorry, wow. New setup, folks, in case you can't tell. Green screen. So that's that haul from the last few days. The bubble wrap out to there. Fresh Monkeys, Agent Omega, the Batman they said could never be made. Another Batman. A joke figure because that's silly stupid. And Keanu Reeves. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and stay tuned for more.